In this video, I'm going to show you 5 mistakes I used to make every spring and what I did to fix them, because chances are one of them could be hiding in your garden right now. Number 1, heading off to the nursery with no plan. If you only get one thing out of this entire video, I hope that it will be this, because this tip will save you more than all the other tips put together. I used to do this every spring, nothing but enthusiasm and excitement, full of energy, and I would come home with a bunch of mismatched plants, nothing cohesive. They didn't go together. They just caught my eye, maybe something new and exciting that I hadn't seen before. It was only then, after I got home, that I would be figuring out how they were going to go together, what they required as far as growing conditions, how I was going to style them. So let me show you what I do now that guarantees my success and saves me a lot more money. I make myself a vision board. I know exactly what my color scheme is. I know what plants I need. I know where they're going to go and what they're going to go with, and I don't waste any money buying the wrong thing. And since it's so big, I either take a photo of it or I take my travel journal, which has pictures of what I'm trying to accomplish and what the maximum size of the plants that I'm looking for. So I've got photos for inspiration. I've got each thing that I'm actually looking for highlighted, and I don't make any mistakes or purchases that I regret, which I used to do a lot. So going to the garden center without a plan is like going to Costco without a list. You just don't want to do it. Mistake number 2, planting things too close together. We buy things in a 4-inch pot or 1-gallon can, and once we put it in the ground, they look lonely. So we buy more, and by August, everything is grown together in one solid mass. If you remember my interview with the nursery owner, she said that's a very common mistake. We buy 6 when we really only needed 3. So overplanting. You are not only spending more than you need to, you're creating work for yourself down the road, because eventually you're going to have to dig them up and spread them out. Here's an extra little tip. If it's because you can't stand the bare ground in between the plants, just buy a little ground cover and put it in between until the bigger plants have a chance to fill in. Mistake number 3, buying what looks great and is in bloom on the day that you buy it without giving any thought to what it's going to look like in the fall and winter. So this grass, for example, looks beautiful in spring, but come fall, it's going to turn bright yellow. In the middle of winter, it'll turn a beautiful straw color before I'll have to cut it back. But I love the change of seasons, so winter interest. Number 4, a permanent label on things that will live in the landscape permanently. Annuals, you probably don't care about that much. You'll remember for a season or 2 exactly what they are. But permanent plant, there are so many things that I have that I would love to know the exact variety and the year that I planted them. So a permanent label. Wish I had one on every plant. Number 5, I leveled up my planting routine. I pre-soak everything now before I put it in the ground. Even if it feels like it's been watered, I'm just giving it that extra little bit of care. And I'm just going to leave it here until it quits bubbling. And I've already got my hole dug. And let me show you part 2 of my pre-planting step. So once I've got the hole dug, I add a little bit of this Sure Start, and I use it according to the package directions. But it doesn't matter whether you use this or something else, but just some little extra boost at planting time. If you can't find this at your local garden store, I'll leave a link in the description. And once it quits bubbling and I can feel that the root ball is really saturated, I just feel that this extra step is giving my plant its best possible start. So there you go, 5 spring planting mistakes I used to make all the time that I no longer do, and I hope they'll help you too. Number 1, going to the garden center without a plan. Make that vision board. It's a fun project and it'll save you a ton of money. Number 2, planting things too close together. Don't be afraid to spread them out. Just live with the space for a little while. Number 3, buying things that look good only in the spring and forgetting about fall and winter interest. It will allow you to enjoy your garden year-round. Number 4, permanent labels of some kind. You won't be sorry. And number 5, slow down and take a little more care when you're planting things that you brought home from the nursery. Pre-soak, dig a deeper hole, and put a little bit of Sure Start or something to get that plant off to the best possible start. So there you go. I really hope these tips will help. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.